How's it going, everybody? I just wanted to talk about the new announcements today. Oh man, Dragon Ball is back, man. It's so good to see. We got a new game, we got more DLC coming for Sparking, we got two new anime announcements. Oh, what a crazy start to the year for Dragon Ball, man. After all that legal mumbo jumbo that was going on with Dragon Ball, to finally get back to the good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, baby. I got so excited, man. Man, that Project Age 1000 looks incredible, man. Look at it, man. I hope that's the style for the game, man. If it's like that kind of style, it'd be really nice. Like, I've been back playing Xenoverse 3 here lately, and I do like it. I really like it, but I'm not a particular fan of the art style the more I sit with it. It's kind of like, it seems somewhat like, I know it's not, but it's somewhat trying to be too realistic in its art style in a weird way. Or maybe it's just the dim lighting. I don't know. So if we get that style that we get in the trailer for this new game, potentially Xenoverse 3, baby, it'd be really, really exciting. Like, and the look of it was nice, and it all was really nice, and it was all like obviously tribute to Akira Toriyama a lot through it, because you would obviously, rest in peace to the goat and all. But like, it's very important. It's very important, I think, as well. Like, Toyotaro didn't get a lot of coverage in that at all, especially for the Galactic Patrol stuff. Like, I would have thought it was like a story by Akira Toriyama and Toyotaro. Like, Toyotaro got no credit whatsoever. I thought that was a bit weird. But I understand as well, you have to give credit to Akira Toriyama entirely and respect his legacy. So maybe they're just saying any new stuff will be credited to Toyotaro, and all this other stuff when Toriyama was still alive will be fully credited to him and no one else. They could have come to that agreement. It just felt a bit off, realistically. But aside from that though, all the announcements were incredible. The video they did celebrating the 40th anniversary was amazing. Everything about what they were revealing here today was unbelievable. I'm gonna start with I want to talk about Xeno or the Project 1000 on its own at some stage, but I want to start with the stuff that I'm not going to spend too much time on. The Super Beerus stuff. I don't know how I feel about that, right? Because I honestly, personally believe Battle of Gods is perfectly fine as it is. Like, I'm one of those people who has no issue with Battle of Gods at all. I don't like the Super adaptation, I think, but the movie is fine. Same with Resurrection F. Whenever I'm rewatching Super, I always just watch the movies and then I go straight to, I think it's episode 28 when Champa shows up. I know there's a few inconsistencies or whatever because of that, but like, the movies still hold up pretty well. So I don't know if it's a remake of the whole Super franchise or if it's just Beerus. It looks like it's just Beerus, but you know what? It's nice animation and it's a cool art style, so I'm not gonna complain. It looks really cool. I just don't have a lot to say about it because I feel like outside of the filler, Super holds up pretty well. Like, and the main issues with Super are like the story aspects of, like, Goku Black and all that arc, specifically the end of the Goku Black arc, really. Like, Tournament of Power, Universe 6 tournament, they're all pretty solid, pretty well put together arcs. It's just some filler parts of it and then some storytelling parts. So if this is just Super Kai, I'm pretty happy with it generally. Like, I've had a lot of discussions with people about Kai before. I love Kai. I'm a big advocate for Kai. I think you should watch the original Dragon Ball and then watch Kai instead of watching Z, because I think cutting out the filler and just getting the best adaptation of the material is the best way to go. Now, I know a few people have problems with Kai because of, the Nickelodeon version and all this, and I know certain people have problems with the dub, which I'm not really sure about personally. I grew up with that dub. I really like it, but I understand a few of the best actors are gone from it and people don't really like that. But in fairness, over the years I have gotten very fond of the Japanese dub because I had to watch Super in the Japanese dub. It does throw you off at first when you grew up with the dub, but you do get used to it, and you get very nostalgic for it as well. To think it's been so long now. Like, when Super ended, I was 13 years of age or something like that. So the Japanese dub is nostalgic for me now at this stage. You know what I mean? It's been so long. I've been so used to it as well. And then obviously with having to do that with Sparking because there wasn't an English dub for the DLC for so long. So I'm looking forward to this now. And I know a lot of people had their issues with Kai, but I think this will be done fantastically. And I think not many people will have any issues with this. I think, unlike Kai, everyone's going to be on the same page and understand where this is coming from. And I'm actually quite excited for it because obviously the cycle with Super was very negative, like what was going on with Super. So it's good to have this here to like revitalize before the new stuff comes out. Because this is coming out at the end of this year, and then the Super stuff looks like the Galactic Patrol saga looks like it's coming out like later on, like later on in 27. So at least we can wait, and we have this remaster version of maybe all of Super. It'd be really cool if it was all of Super and it was just a year long and then it went straight into the Galactic Patrol stuff. Because what, Super's like 130 episodes, so you could easily like trim that with all the filler and all the extra shit they added to Tournament of Power that wasn't needed, like all the other like filler characters and stuff. So you could trim that or even just adapt the manga specifically and have a really good adaptation in that period of time. Now obviously you have the Broly movie stuff and the superhero stuff, but I'm pretty sure the superhero stuff takes place after the new stuff, so they could put that after the Galactic Patrol arc. I'm not sure how the Broly movie is placed, to be honest with you. I don't know if that comes before or after it. I think it's before it, but we don't get any mention of Broly in Galactic Patrol, so you could easily argue it being afterwards. But then no, because Goku gets full mastery of Ultra Instinct, so it doesn't work out that way. So we'll see how they place it. They might change up some timeline things. But I'm really excited for it because I think it'd be a good way to ease us back into Dragon Ball before we get the new stuff. Like the Galactic Patrol arc is going to be really good. It's one of, as far as I know now, this isn't 100%. I just remember hearing this before. Like this was the arc where Toriyama and Toyotaro really got into their sync together and they were kind of throwing ideas with each other back and forth, and kind of having a go at it. So it's going to be really cool to see how they adapt it because I really enjoyed the manga, especially when you read it all in one go. Like Toyotaro and Akira Toriyama had a really good stint with these last two arcs that we are now getting adapted. Thank God. Well, actually, there was no mention of Granola, so actually I don't know about that. But we're at least getting Moro, which is the better of the two arcs, adapted, which I'm really excited for. And at least now to get more game content, which is obviously the big, huge piece of Dragon Ball that I'm really invested in because I love the anime. I watch the anime a lot. I'll put it on the background all the time. I've watched it as a kid, but the long-lasting stuff is always the games because I play that with my friends. I have a bit of crack, so new game content for it is really cool as well. That gives us more new stuff. We'll be able to play around with some cool stuff. And the Vegeta character arc in Moro, I think, is really good, and I'm very excited for people to see that Vegeta focus and see how they feel about it. And then obviously get more details on stuff we haven't even figured out from the manga. They might add more details on what happens at the end and different things. I'm very excited for this Moro arc stuff, and I think it's going to be one of the best parts of Super, in my opinion. Currently, for me, I think if we take out the movies, because I think Battle of Gods as a movie is a very good standalone movie, so I really like that. I still think that's my favorite piece of Super material if we take the movie, right? And then you've got the Tournament of Power, Moro's probably ahead of the Tournament of Power actually because it's more concise and it's more to the point, and I really like that. And then Tournament of Power, and then Goku Black and stuff like that. Those are my arc rankings, I think, for Super. And then obviously you got Universe 6, which I think is nice, but I think in terms of the highs, they're just not as high as the other material. Yes, it doesn't have the lows of Goku Black, but Goku Black just had a lot of concepts that I really liked, and whether they were executed well or not, I just enjoyed the concepts. So I think it's important. I think it's important to get this adapted and see it through, and I'm really excited for it. There's some really cool characters coming, which I'm not going to spoil. Some really cool character work, and I'm excited to see what they add to it because obviously they're going to want to stretch it a bit, I'd say, to get a full season out of it. Like you could get 12 or 20, you could get 24 episodes, I'd say easy, but I'd say they want to get it more. I'd say they're going to try and run it for a year, you know? I can't remember how they ran Daima. I can't remember if they stretched it in halves or if they went the whole way for 24 weeks. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me because I didn't watch Daima when it was coming out. Because I won't lie to you, I won't say I was the biggest Daima fan. I wasn't. I didn't watch Daima until the end of this year, and I really enjoyed it once I watched it. I'm probably one of the bigger fans of Daima now, but beforehand I was kind of like very skeptical. I wanted to wait for the dub, and the dub took so long. I was like, forget it. You know, it was on Netflix, and so I said I'd watch it, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited for this as well because I've fully converted over to being a sub watcher for Dragon Ball so I can watch it when the stuff comes out. So I'm really excited to watch the Moro arc and see where it goes. And I've become really appreciative of Masako Nozawa because, Jesus, she's at the age she's at, still wanting to do this to such a level and being at such a quality of a voice actor for so long. You just got to appreciate it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to really appreciate that work because unfortunately, we won't have it for very long. You know, because retirement is definitely going to be around the corner. It has to be, right? So we got to appreciate any bit of work we get with her in it. So I'm very excited to see this and see how she adapts some of these scenes. And I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. But that's enough about the anime. I love the anime. I've talked about the anime. I'm excited for it, how they adapt it. I'm going to be talking about it every week. But I want to get on to the game, lads. Oh, Project 1000. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Project 1000. I am so excited. Oh, the level of excitement. Oh, man. When they showed this new character and he was the style. So nice. So nice. I love the games. I play a lot of Sparking Zero with a buddy of mine. Oh, we have so much fun playing that game. And then Xenoverse 2, that's how we met. Man, I met some of my best mates through Xenoverse 2. Because me and my cousin used to play Xenoverse 2 with a group of his friends, and I joined for a couple of days, and then boom, I got friendly with these guys, and it was great. And we just played endless battles on Xenoverse 2 with different characters and had a lot of crack. So I love that shit, and I can't wait to do it again with Xenoverse 3. I'm so excited. Or whatever, Project 1000. I don't know if it's a rebrand or if it's a solo thing. I don't know. I'm just really excited for this. You know, because I was talking about Xenoverse 3 earlier on in the previous short. And, you know, I'm excited for it. I didn't really have an idea of what they could do with it. But jumping ahead even further into the future is a great idea. I don't know if they're going to try and go the Dragon Ball Online route with the MMO or how they're going to approach it. But, oh my god, man. Oh, and the different hairstyle for the Super Saiyan. You know, we might get some odd hairstyles for Super Saiyan, a bit of stylization for the transformations, because that's one of my least favorite things about Xenoverse is like when they did Beast, like Beast just looked the same for every character, you know, it was kind of ass. And even for Super Saiyan, you know, so hopefully they change that stuff out, do something with that. I'm looking forward to that, but at the end of the day, oh, I'm just so excited. Like, and that new character design looks really cool, the style looks really cool. Oh, I don't know how they're gonna make it unique, but I'm excited to find out. Do you know what I mean? I saw someone say they wanted like there was someone in my comments there today who was saying they wanted a singular Super Saiyan transformation that goes all the way through. That would be super hype. That'd be really cool. And if it was like really hard to get them, do you know what I mean? Really hard to get the upgrades, so you really had to like grind it out for them. Because like I don't know, man. I just want to see a unique take on the Xenoverse story or whatever they're gonna do. It could be unrelated to Xenoverse. I'm just assuming because it looked like a time patroller guy. You know what I mean? He was up ready to fight, and it just looked like a time patroller. It's like swinging around the place. I can't fight for shit. I can't get my foot in shots, so I'm not doing any kicking. But like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it was so cool. Like just kicking their ass and going, ah! And just go Super Saiyan, man. It's like I was a kid again with all these announcements. You know? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for this new stuff. I cannot wait. I can't wait. There's not too much. We got Sparking Zero DLC with it as well, which there's more to talk about with that because we got new characters and things like that, and new stages and new modes. Finally, that's my biggest problem with anime announcements for DLC. Even with Pirate Warriors 4, I'm the biggest Pirate Warriors 4 glazer of all time. I love playing that game when I have a few spare minutes. But they just don't add stages, and we're finally getting new stages and new modes. Hopefully some new story stuff as well. I don't know where they're going with that, but I am so excited for it, man. Dragon Ball's back. Dragon Ball and Inazuma are back at the same time. I'm actually living the dream, lads. I am living the dream. We'll talk more about this later on, but I just wanted to make a short video basically screaming about all these things. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Have a fantastic day.